Good job, everybody.
You guys should get like hugging pillows.
Does that work?
Yeah. Even no, just like blank ones.
Oh, I assumed they were blank. Alright, hey, hello. It's episode 17 of the Comfycast. I'm Redish Blues, and I'm joined by MrHoots.
Hello.
And Varia. And Varia, he's here. We're a video game podcast. Talks about comfy video games. First off, I want to say thanks. Thanks to everybody. No, theme song comes before this. Thanks to everybody who's been listening to our episodes. Please share, rate, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. No, we got some news to talk about today, but let's go into our weeks like always, or at least this past week. Who wants to go first?
I can go first since I haven't done anything.
All right, Varia.
So I've been thinking about playing or finishing up Monster Hunter for You, so I can move on to Generations because I know who'd pick that up, and I've been wanting to play with them, but I feel kind of guilty just abandoning For You. I've been playing more of Fallout 4. It's pretty good. It's a good Bethesda game. It's solid, but like we talked about last week, I don't think it pushed.
Burn him.
You don't just. I mean, I think it's solid. I wouldn't say it's the best thing ever, but it's okay.
You know what? Honestly, I'm gonna tell you this. Play Skyrim. Because, and I know, we said last time, you were like, I guess that's a bad thing because a lot of people hate on it, but you never played it. But Skyrim is a better Fallout 4. I'm telling you, I will 100% get behind that. There were problems that Skyrim had. I agree. I totally agree. And I might like it more than some people do, but it's a better Fallout 4. When I played Fallout 4, it was like empty. I didn't care about people. At least in Skyrim, I had that. Like, I cared about things. So at least, I'm just saying, like, you should play that after you're done. Because if you like Fallout 4, you will like Skyrim. Like, there's more depth there.
I said it's all right. I don't love Fallout 4.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. But
let's see what else.
What do you like about it exactly? Because I mean, there's not okay. There's a lot to like about it. I know that, but like, what is it that's keeping you coming back? Because to me, like, it can't be is it the story? I mean, is
no,
there
it's
story?
Not the story. Because I could care less about the story.
It's gameplay and like
No, it's just I think I just like exploring. Honestly. Yeah, I've just been exploring and finding things on my own, and I'm kind of big on that. Like, making your own way around.
Yeah.
Well, like in New Vegas, around the Mojave, finding things, fighting people. I just like clearing out places with a bunch of bad guys, honestly.
From what I remember of Fallout 4, there were cool things to, like, kind of happen upon, but my gripe with it was that you happen upon these things and it's like, oh, cool, and then they don't go anywhere. Like, at least not as deep as they used to, like, or at least as deep as I thought they should. They kind of just fall off. Like, oh, you did that. Okay, you helped the little settlers, and
I could
that was
see
it.
that.
Yeah, so that was I feel like they could have. All those little things, like, again, calling back to Skyrim, when there were little things like that, they went somewhere and they were at least they tied to something. I felt like they did. Even like just looking at the dungeons, like, they all kind of came out where you needed to be next, and they all kind of just worked around like that. The exits were like really, really designed well, and I feel like in Fallout 4 there wasn't anything that I felt like, oh, someone put time into this. It was like, oh yeah, this is a cool little thing for them to find, and then just okay, on to the next thing. And it was like, eh. But I never even finished it, so I guess I should go back and finish that before I talk about it. But
yeah, but I don't want to talk about Fallout 4 because we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
But something I played that I didn't play last week was the remake of Metroid 2, the fan remake.
Yeah,
so
I love it. I finished it. Actually, Swift from the dub, he finished it first. And I was really lazy to finish it because I was doing like maybe an hour or two a day, and I finally just sat down and finished that game. It was really great. It surpassed my expectations.
You approve?
The controls are really good. They're, oh man, they kind of remind me of maybe Zero Missions controls,
Yeah.
but they're so nice.
Hoot, that
I'm not
keyboard,
really
please, you're killing us.
I'm not really sure how to describe it, but basically, there's like Super Metroid controls, which I don't know. It's not that I'm not a big fan of, but like playing that on like a gamepad nowadays would. I was kind of struggling because like my thumb was hurting by trying to do the Shine Spark and whatnot for Super Metroid. And in this game, everything's so fluid. And at first, I thought it was like the game is really fast, and because the running animation for Samus was pretty quick. And I think it was just my imagination, but the game just controls really well, and it just runs really nicely. It's a great remake. Has a bunch of bonus areas.
What is this? It's a remake of
Metroid 2 that came
Metroid
out for
2,
the
right?
Game Boy.
Yeah. So, what did they do exactly to? Because I played some of it that didn't play Metroid 2, but what exactly did they do? Like they changed the most to you? Like was it the controls or was it the graphic? Like the way it looked? Was it just more?
Well, yeah, it's the most obvious thing is the graphics because in the Game Boy it was like a grayscale palette.
Oh, okay.
You can't really like make a lot of distinctions, and it just looks nicer in general because it has color, bigger resolution and whatnot, and the music too. Since like all you got were like beep boops blops like in the Game Boy version, and this has
did
really
they have to
nice.
make? Did they make the music themselves then, or was it?
I'm guessing they had to remix, like
Okay,
do a
okay.
lot of remixing.
Yeah.
And they added, I think the guy that was making it, the dev, I think his name is Dr. M64, I think. He said that his goal was trying to preserve the original while adding like new content that was still faithful to Metroid 2,
Yeah.
the original Metroid 2. So, and I think it achieved it really well. Had a loads of fun fighting the bosses, hunting Metroids, all that.
I think I got like 4 or 5 Metroids in that I killed, or whatever. And I was because that's the main purpose of this game, right? Is like hunting them, like kind of finding them where they're
Yeah,
at and then killing them,
Samus's mission in this is to she was
like eliminate
hired
them.
by the Galactic Federation to just exterminate the rest of the Metroids on SR388.
Right. So when I was playing it, something that I noticed that I liked and that I was like kind of doing research about it and looked up and I was like, oh, these save statue things weren't there before, right? So I guess in Metroid 2 you didn't have that. You had to like put in a code.
I don't remember Metroid 2,
So,
honestly.
well, if that was something that they added, that's like a huge improvement because one thing that always like gets to me about these like Metroidvania games, there's like where you are able to be like, okay, I'll come back to it. Because as far as I remember playing those kind of games as a kid, it just like I can get as far as I can in one playthrough, and then like if I die, I probably have to start all over because that's just how fucking hard it was, you know. Like
I know
so
Metroid
that's
1 had codes and
yeah.
maybe like
So
save spots.
I'm thinking that's kind of what something that they changed because I think I'd seen that was like a huge improvement for a lot of people. Which I know like on PC people kind of give save states a bad name. Which like even thinking to like the new little NES mini that's coming out, I know they're adding save states and stuff to that. But I think that really helps because we're in a time where it's like one, there's so many things to play, and two, people have different lives, and it's not just like kids like playing these games. So like people need to be able to like walk away from it and come back to it later. But I had a lot of fun with it. I will say it's probably one of the best things Nintendo has put out that Nintendo didn't even put out. You know? It's a real shame.
Speaking of which,
Yeah,
Nintendo
it's a
doesn't
real
want
shame
people to put out stuff that's
that
so
they're
good.
sniping
All
these
right.
fucking people.
Yeah,
Oh, you guys heard of
this-
Pokemon Uranium?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that
gonna
thing
bring
got
that up.
Gone in
yeah,
the wind. Yeah,
that
rest in
too.
peace.
I think it has nothing to do with Pokemon, right? Well, the designs have nothing to do with Pokemon, do they?
It's
I
like
haven't
a-
played it.
There are some who are similar. Like there are some Pokemon which reuse like the old skins
Yeah.
or rather the old models, 2D models, but like they have an added like little glow in the dark kind of mutation thing going on. But other than that, it's a completely original game.
Yeah, it's a full game. It got 1.5 million downloads, and then it was taken down.
Nintendo
Like,
wasn't, well, no.
It's insane the amount that like people are literally they're doing the testing for you and to show you what they want. Nintendo and Nintendo's like, nope, you're not gonna have that, and we're not gonna do it either because like and I understand business is business. You know, they have to keep And there's a million
the
other
legal
projects. There's
standpoints.
there's a million other projects going on that they could shut down if they want. Sure, they wait until something is like getting big and then they shut it down, and it makes sense to me. But at the same time, it's like then do something with it yourself. Like I know you got Sun and Moon coming out, but there's clearly this want for like Metroid's 30th anniversary
Please
passed.
buy Metroid Federation
Yeah,
Force.
Metroid's 30th anniversary passed, and they didn't even say anything. Not on Twitter. They didn't do anything.
That's
And
my
that's
biggest gripe.
yeah, that's such a bummer to me. Like even if you at least mention it, at least, but. And then then the fans have to literally rally together and do this thing, and then you take it down. Like,
You know what my biggest problem is though? When they do something like that, and they take down Metroid, the Metroid 2 remake, and then they're gonna release Federation Force, and then they're gonna say, oh, and no one's gonna buy Federation Force because there's only like one Samus cameo, and they'll be like, oh, I guess you guys don't like Metroid.
I guess nobody likes Metroid because nobody. Yes, we do. We don't want fucking Rocket League Metroid. We want actual Metroid. That's the problem. Or we want a good Pokemon game, which I know we haven't played Sun and Moon, so I can't vouch for that or say if it's good or bad. Obviously, we're kind of all look into the hype of the new Pokemon and stuff coming out, but it's probably going to do great because of Pokemon Go. But even look at Pokemon Go, it was like a different take on it that wasn't the same Pokemon game. But people love the franchise and people love they know it. So they should do something with it. Like, fucking give us another Pokemon Snap or something. Like a legit one, or I don't know. Speaking of, Pokemon Snap came to the Virtual Console today on Wii U. Just want to mention that.
Oh, Jeff, just for Europe, though.
Oh.
No word on the NA.
Never mind.
North America release.
If you're in Europe, if you're a Hoots friends.
Congratulations, Europe.
Who just disconnects. Time to snap some Pokemon.
So I've been doing with that with Pokemon Go for 2 months.
It's just Gen 1. There's no Hoot in this game.
Really? Drop.
All right, well, moving. Anything else you do with your week? Any other video games you played?
Oh, we were still talking about me, aren't we?
Yeah, we always do this. We always go off on tangents to start talking
Metroid
about games.
tangents.
Yeah.
Not really.
Metroid, do you recommend it to people to try it out?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's really easy to get into.
I've actually watched, I think it was Low Beef. I watched Low Beef play it for a while. Like, he put a full playthrough on his YouTube channel. And yeah, look, I'm not super, like, I don't know that much about Metroid. I've played the old games and I've played a bit of Prime. Does look like a in between the more light Super Metroid.
Yeah, I'd say that.
So many power-ups. I got so many power-ups so fast.
It's more linear than Super Metroid. Super Metroid is this huge...
explore and find different paths.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Shit. Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing it's from a
really
Game Boy
non-linear.
Game,
Yeah, because it was a Game Boy game. But yeah, and that's something that makes me feel like I get less stressed about it, so I have more fun with it. When it's like this, let me remember where I was and the map and all this stuff. And you kind of have to do that with this, but it's not as bad as Super Metroid. So, yeah, I was liking it. I didn't finish it, or I didn't get anywhere near as far as you guys did, or you and Swift. But yeah, I'm gonna keep playing it. Maybe give it an hour a day, like you said. It's fun. Good remake. Hope you guys can find a download link for it somewhere out there. It's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, anyone that can't find the download link, just torrent it. There's a bunch of places torrenting. And
you know what? Torrent Pokemon Uranium 2. I have no idea how that is or what it is, but fuck it. Just do it. Play these games. They're free. All right. So, Hoot, you want to go into your week?
All right. Well, my week since last time has been pretty chill. I've played a bit of one game that we're probably all going to talk about, or at least you and me, Redish.
Yeah.
Later on in the podcast, since that just came out, and it's, well, no spoilers, it's No Man's Sky.
That's a spoiler. No,
actually, that is a spoiler.
Because that's all you do in the game. Look at the sky. That belongs to no man.
And there's actually a lot of people in the sky.
Oh, that's true. Well, somewhere out there.
The other thing, so I've been telling you guys before we started this, is I've been replaying, and this time, like, correctly, quote unquote, Nier. Because I've played Nier, but I've never, like some time ago, but I never finished it correctly. Like, I've never done the actual...
Yeah, you never focused in on it.
Going into New
Game
Plus, and then New Game Plus 2. To get
ending A, B, C, D.
Oh, don't get D, or what is it, E? Which is the last one? Don't do that.
I think there's an E, maybe.
Yeah, E,
no, I think
E
it's
is
4 endings. I think it's up to D.
Oh, no, wait. I'm not sure. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but there's
Dragon
one...
Guard has 5 endings.
Yeah, Dragon Guard has 5, but there's...
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah. How are you liking it?
I like it a lot. It's really not like Nier in itself makes me very impatient for Nier Automata to come out
Oh yeah,
because I love that game. But one thing that's not the strongest point is probably the
gameplay.
gameplay.
Yeah,
Uh, it's like I wouldn't call it basic, but it's like it's really very very rough around the edges. The camera doesn't really obey all the time. Uh, some of
his
the
moving
little
animations are kind of weird too. Like the way he
yeah,
runs is like he's like
some
slow
actually pretty
running, but
good.
he's like
Some
slow
Actually,
running.
you know
But
why that is? The animations are like that. Because you know how the brother is the main character for the Japanese version?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They had to copy the dad on top of that animation, and they didn't fix anything for the dad. So the
yeah.
dad's using the
So for people who
the
listen
brother's
who've never played
animations.
Nier, like let's say there's someone out there for some reason hasn't played Nier, there were two versions released. One was the Japanese
yeah.
version, and then one was the
Gestalt
American
and
version.
Replicants.
Yeah, and Replicant, which is the Japanese one. Wait, is that Replicant is Japanese, right? Gestalt
Replicant
is
is
here?
Gestalt is dad. I
Gestalt
think.
is
Yeah, yeah.
Japanese.
Oh, wait,
Is
we
it?
just said two confusing things.
Uh-oh.
I thought
Google it.
Replicant.
Google it.
I thought
Yeah,
Replicant was Japanese.
No, Nier Replicant was. Oh yeah, no, Replicant is a Japanese
Okay,
version.
okay, yeah.
The younger
Replicant is a
character,
Japanese
Gestalt
where you play.
is Papa Nier.
What's her name? Yona's brother, and
You
then
you
Gestalt.
play as Nier.
It says near Gestalt is the dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gestalt is the dad, and then
Okay,
Gestalt
let's
is
make
the
that
dad.
sure- let's
You
make-
play Yona's
okay.
father, and the reason they did that was because they thought the Western audience wasn't going to be into this Oni-chan kind of. Your brother is also your savior, whatever, which is huge in
Honestly,
Japan.
Papa Nier is way better.
I love Papa Nier. Like I think it adds so much more to the story. I like his voice. I don't even know who does his voice, but I feel I guess they were right because I feel like it makes more sense. Like the story is deeper. It
does.
feels more meaningful.
It gives more gravitas. But speaking of voice, also major kudos to fucking the guy Liam O'Brien who plays
Grimoire voice.
Yeah, Grimoire
Oh,
voice. Yeah,
dude.
great. He's so great.
Best voice ever.
And his delivery is perfect.
Nier's a great game. Oh no. So wait, what was I saying about the Japanese and the Western release? Oh, I guess they were right because the Western it did feel better. But that being said, I would love to have some way to play Replicant. So there is no way to play it unless you know Japanese and you get like unless you know Japanese and then you're willing to pay, what is it, like $100 for a copy to import it. Because when I was trying to play it the first time through, I was like, I kind of want to play Replicant, but then there was no way to do it, which I'm glad there wasn't because it forced me to play Gestalt, which I ended up loving. But there's no way to play it now. Like now that I'm done with Gestalt, I'd like to go back and let me just see what it's like through the brother's perspective. And there's like DLC that gives you his skin for like one map, and then that's it. And it's like, what? Come on! And it gives you a couple tracks. I'm like, I want to play the game through that perspective now. Like, let me go back. Let me add that whole thing as DLC to my even if it's on my PS3, that's fine. I'll plug it in to do it. But there's no way to play it, so that's a bummer. But yeah, go back to how you felt it or how you're feeling about it.
Well, I'm in my New Game Plus now, and so I guess I'm gonna go a bit into that. So minor spoilers, I guess. One thing I really really like is how. Well, first of all, I really do like the story. I think there's a lot of text in this game. I forgot about it. Like it's really damn text heavy. Which is normal because light budget, so they had to cut corners in some way.
I mean, that forest. What's that forest called? I can't remember the name of it.
Forget
I know which one you're talking about.
It's literally like just text.
Yeah, but like when you start New Game Plus and you have the entire backstory on Kaine.
Yeah.
And no, but it's really cool. It's a bunch of little details and nods. Has great voice acting, especially especially for a Square Enix game, which usually have pretty hammy deliveries, and this one is surprisingly very, very good. Although Liam O'Brien really ups the stakes with
his performances,
his voice lines. But Nier is good too. Kaine is actually good too. It's good. It's actually kind of a adult game.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you start the game, it's just kind of like cussing at you for a full a minute or something, where she's like,
yeah. But no, the second playthrough I'm on right now, where you actually learn what the bosses are saying. Like suddenly you have these entire interactions or entire bits of dialogues that you didn't have before.
Yeah.
And even initially, like you kind of feel like you're not doing the right thing, or at least on a global perspective. Nier is a very depressing game.
Yeah.
Because it's I also really like it because it's an interesting approach to post-apocalypse. And for people who don't know, it's actually, if this little Easter egg I really like is that Nier is actually the game that starts after ending E of Drakengard.
Yeah.
Like, ending E of Drakengard kind of triggers the event of Nier and like the whole
The future,
thing,
that thing
delineation or
shows
something
up.
like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
And so I'm not going to go too much into details, but the story is huge. It's not complicated. It's complex, but it's not complicated. It's actually very interesting to follow. But yeah, it's one of these games where it's just so... It's far from perfect. It has so much jank. It has so much weird stuff in it. But it leaves also such an impression. It's kind of like everybody was, including me, was kind of gushing about games like Undertale when it came out, right? And I kind of forgot how Nier actually managed to do that, and I would say in some aspects in a way better way, in terms of storytelling and trying to show you different
Yeah,
contexts into the
paths
story.
and stuff.
And of course, it's a much more narrative type of thing. But the whole New Game Plus right now going on is really, really fucking excellent. So I'm gonna try to finish that game soon. Like, it shouldn't take me long to finish. I already know what's gonna happen on one of these
Yeah.
New Game Plus. I've been spoiled on that a long time ago.
Yeah, there's there's endings out there, you can look them up. The very, very final one is kind of like a gut wrenching, like I have to do this, but it's like fuck. But I mean, uh, what I was gonna say was when you said about how it makes you feel kind of weird. Like you're right. Like the whole time you're like you don't know if what you're doing is right. Like I remember feeling that like when playing it the first time, or just like something feels off about what's going on. Like not only
Yeah.
like what side you're on, or like what, like you don't ever feel like you're doing good. The only time you feel like you're doing good is when you're like Yona, like your daughter, and like I don't know, that's like his whole thing. But then isn't there like a whole time skip in it too? Like where
Yeah, this
yeah, and
huge...
it's like what, like like you're supposed to feel like I'm in control of this character, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna say, and then all this time passes, and you feel like, damn, like I was really invested in this, and I felt like we were going after this thing, and now I'm just. You feel for the dad or whoever you're playing, whatever kind of game, the brother or the dad. You feel for it, but you also kind of feel it inwards, where it's like it's affecting you because so much time is passing, you weren't able to do anything about it, and it's like fuck, like it really is, like I said, gut wrenching, like. You know, like that's just how the story is, and you're like,
Well,
damn.
like you said, like the game makes you really go, what? And especially, it can take some time to actually get interesting, I should say.
Yeah.
Like if you start playing Nier, do like hang on, especially in the beginning. Like it has kind of a slow start.
Oh yeah.
But on the second half, you're gonna go, what? Pretty much every major at the end of every major level or every major boss fight. As more and more, because there's a sentiment of unreliable narration where you pop an ear and you have a pretty straightforward goal. You have to save Yona, your daughter, but then you learn, how this apocalypse happened and what the monsters actually are.
Yeah.
And even at that point, you would feel,
oh shit, yeah,
kind of an asshole.
it really does. It's kind of like a whoa, what a twist kind of game, but it's also when you find it out, you're like, well, like I mean, it's too late.
I've made it this far.
Yeah,
and
done this
that's
much.
only the first playthrough. It gets worse on the second playthrough.
they keep beating it into you how terrible of a person you are. But no, it's God, I loved Nier. I'm glad you're playing through it again, so you brought it up so we could talk about it.
Yeah. Also, of course, fantastic music.
Oh yeah.
Kind of a
Oh
meme
god.
on the dub,
10 out of 10
but
soundtrack. I know we play it, we
has to be
overplay it, but
repeated.
God, it's so good. 599 hates it. I don't understand him. I'll never understand the man.
I think
Maybe he just hates popular things,
Maybe. Yeah, that's true. He's a
his
nihilist.
motherboard's fried. No, but I think also because it's been played so much, and there's a lot of leitmotif and the entire soundtrack of Nier. Like there's a lot of repeating melodies and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
I love those kind of callback things though, when they put it like it'll be like a boss battle theme, but you still hear like a little bit of Song of the Ancients, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah,
great, it's amazing. I'm so hyped. Nier 2, Automata, or is it Automata?
Automata.
I don't know.
So,
Automata.
Yeah,
That's coming out.
That's
Woo.
coming out next year. Hopefully, not
2017.
too far.
Yes.
Talk about things I was not expecting to ever happen, or like when it came out, I was like, "What? Oh my god! Like I can't believe."
The thing is, like, they already have a bunch of after a slew of like great announcements, but for me, like, almost this one was, in retrospective, this one was the best one.
Yeah, because it came out of nowhere. Like truly, like Last Guardian had been like, "Oh, we kind of know," though. Like, I mean, if it happens, it happens. If not, well, we've known about it for a long time and it's been doomed.
Yeah.
Final
Like,
Fantasy 15, look, we're still at.
in some way expected, and like Final Fantasy 7 is a huge franchise, and
Yeah.
Shenmue 3 is a huge franchise, but like nobody expected Nier to like get a second one.
It was kind of it's more of a cult classic. Like it's got a cult following. Like
Yeah, it was like a super weird thing that kind of like the first Dark Souls, or the first Demon Souls, where like a bunch of people played it and nobody really believed in that game, so everybody was super excited when suddenly, oh hey, Platinum Games making Nier Automata.
And God, it looks good, man. It looks so good.
Really damn good.
I'm so excited.
Speaking of future games, so that's what I did for like this week, but next week I'm going to Gamescom.
Woo!
I'm gonna be working there for a week, showing my game, Splashless Panic. We've progressed quite a bit on that one. Expect a Steam thingy probably end of this year already.
All right.
But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna be trying to get my hands on a few games I can try on in my sites. I have Gravity Rush 2, I have Horizon. I've got Zelda. If I can.
Good luck getting in the line for Zelda. I'm sure it's gonna be crazy.
Well,
if it is there.
I get inside before the general public.
Oh shit!
So, like, if I can set up,
cut those lines.
Yeah, usually I just run straight
Express
in,
pass.
set up my stuff, and then just go straight to the lines before everyone comes in. Because people, like, even like the journalists, they just run in the morning to the things they want to try.
Just put on like an old grandma wig and hop in a wheelchair and be like, "And I please cut to the front of the line. I don't have much time left." And then when you get up there, like, "Fuck yeah!" Jump on Zelda, run out of the wheelchair, toss it at.
Nier Automata cured my cancer.
And my aging.
I'm
young again. And not a grandma.
And I'm a man.
And I have a game here.
Come check out Super Splash. People are just booing you. The fuck out of the line.
No, but yeah, and I don't think Nier is gonna be there. I'm hoping, maybe.
That'd be cool.
Square Enix move. And yeah, so what I was saying, Horizon, Zelda, maybe the new God of War. I know Last Guardian will not have a playable thing because they've been very, very coy about it.
It's too soon for it. It's coming out already, like
well, I mean, they don't
a couple months.
They don't want to spoil anything about it, so they're probably not gonna have anything playable. But I hope they kind of do, like, just the early beginning of the game would be fine.
Final Fantasy would probably be there. You'd probably take a picture with that big ass chocobo.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm hoping that they bring that to PAX. I'm
probably
gonna try to get on it.
I mean,
fucking break it.
News about this, yeah, it got delayed.
Well, yeah, we'll wait till the news for that. Well, I guess we'll just say no.
But we'll come to that later. Alright, Redish.
Rest in peace. Oh, right. So, I've spent a lot of my time this week playing No Man's Sky, and I'm not sure exactly how much time you spent on it, but I think I've spent more. I want to say, unless you have, I don't know, but no. I seem like I've spent maybe about 15 hours in that game playing it already, and we'll talk about this later on, really, but that's what I've been doing. So that's took up a lot of my time. Other than that, we played Rocket League one night with some of you guys, which was cool. I still didn't get to that new map, the new Tokyo map. So
you weren't with us when we
I wasn't able to play on that one, but
it's all right.
Rocket League's still Rocket League, it's still fun. They added hats and stuff or something. I mean, they added like trading, I think, or they're going to, and then they added like they're going to. I read an announcement that they're going to add like a market, basically, like between players, like kind of like how TF2 has for the stuff you unlock.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
They're gonna have trade servers now where people just stand around and trade stuff.
I thought there was gonna be like maybe not. Maybe I read too much into that. I don't know, but there's some kind of update coming. We didn't try the hoops, which was a new thing. It's like the basketball version.
Oh.
That's on there now, but we didn't try that. But anyway, so we played that. What else Overwatch. I've been doing a lot of Overwatch. Because they announced their Well, not because of that, but because I'm still trying to unlock summer skins and stuff like that, the Olympic stuff. Other than that, I've been really, really wanting to go back and finish Pokemon X, just because I want to be I want to be done with it so I can play Sun and Moon.
Oh yeah, right. You gotta
But
get a team ready for Sun and Moon.
yeah, but I'm also kind of saving because I'm kind of close to the actual end of it. But and I have the want to play it or just like turn on my 3DS and play it. But I'm kind of like, oh, I can do that on my flight to to Seattle or something like. So I'm kind of just like putting it off. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. No Man's Sky is the big thing, but we'll talk about that. So I'm not gonna really say much about that right now. But that's been my week because, geez, time has flown by. But let's take a break here, guys. Rest up, and then we'll come back and talk about actual news and our review, quote unquote review of No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Comfycast, we're still here. Oof. We're gonna get into some news and things.
Yamrodo, right? We're still here.
We're still here. 300 episodes later. God, that'd be crazy looking back, and we're 300 episodes in with still 40 plays per episode. I'll kill myself. All right,
like 3 years down the line.
Jesus.
Assuming
All
we
right,
get
chin
100.
up. Chin up.
Yeah, chin up. Let's power through. News. Let's go. Let's finally fucking talk about No Man's Sky. Like really go in depth here. Varia, what did you think of it?
I never bought it.
All right.
I have no intention of buying it.
Yeah. Let me speak real quick because I have it on my mind. God, I spent a lot of time in this game, and it's a game. It's a video game. Okay, so last week I said this game was doomed. This game was doomed, and I feel like, I knew it, but also everybody knew it in a way. So I'm not like, oh my god, I'm amazing, I'm the Nostradamus of video games. No, I know everybody kind of figured it'll never live up to its hype, you know? Half-Life 3 ever comes out, it'll never live up to its hype. We all know that. There's things that have already been implied, things that have already been said. Okay, it's done. That being said, there are fun things in this game. There are cool things in this game. I am impressed with this game. Like I said, I spent maybe 15 hours in it on PS4. On PS4, that's a big thing. I've been playing it on PS4, right? Not PC. I'm impressed with it. There's cool aspects of it. The procedural generation, as much as people kind of shit on it, when it gets it right, it really gets it right, and it feels amazing. Like you're like, wow, that's awesome. There's never not anything to do, but that only comes with a certain type of person. And something that I've realized by people bashing it and stuff is like, you have to be able to make your own fun in this game. And I know that sounds like shit, but it's there. Like it's there if you really want to take it and look for it and play it. Kind of like what you said with Fallout 4. It's like, it's obviously a huge world, universe, galaxy, universe, whatever. That's there for you.
Fallout 4.
Yeah, it's like Fallout 4. Oh, Fallout 4 is it's a lot smaller, but I think there's more jam packed into that in Fallout 4 than there is in this, where it's like it's all spread out. The only thing, my one concern with it, which is everyone's concern, I think, people who can actually boot the game, is that it doesn't have legs. Like I'm already seeing, and yeah, I've spent $15, so I feel like okay, I got my money's worth, but it's like. Or 15 hours, I've got my money's worth, but it's like, I see the end already, and it's like, I've been doing the same thing that I'm doing now, you know, with all my upgraded exosuit, with all my upgraded ship, which is only like, you know, it's like a 30 slot. I'm not even close to like the highest amount you can have, but I've been doing the same thing I've been doing since day one, you know, like, I'm still just getting stuff on a planet, upgrading, and then going to the next, and getting stuff, upgrading, selling, whatever, going to the next. And there's parts of story, the language stuff is cool, and it keeps you there, but that's my biggest gripe with it, is that I don't see it continuing, which I tweeted something about this, where I was like, good thing that No Man's Sky is going to last me through the rest of 2016. Like, it's not. I'd be surprised if it lasts me up until September. Like, you know, and that's what's the most discouraging thing about that. But like I said, I have been enjoying it. I can't say that I haven't been, which is it's such a weird feeling for me because I've never had that with a video game where it's like, oh, this is great in this short burst amount of time, but there's no reason for me to come back or to even look back fondly on it. Really, like I can't say like, oh, No Man's Sky was amazing, but I'm still having a good time with it. But so maybe it's just me, but I've never felt that before. Like I don't know. But what did you think of it? How much time have you spent with it?
So I played maybe like went to your friends on Thursday and we played several hours straight of No Man's Sky. Kind of mostly I was playing while he was making food. Um,
That's a good deal.
yeah, no, like it was kind of the thing. Like, hey, you want to come and test? No, like he's kind of my game provider when I'm too lazy or too cheap to buy
Your
something.
dealer?
And yeah,
Hey man, come get a hit of this No Man's Sky.
he gets like pretty much every like major release. So he got No Man's Sky, and like, hey, I'm gonna come and try it. And I played maybe 6 hours of the game in total, in that one night. Yeah, I'm kind of echoing the same thing as you. The thing is, I can see this game get better with time if it has decent support. Which doesn't mean much. I know you can say that about a lot of games, but I think this one in particular, because yeah, like you said, you quickly get into the loop of here's a new planet, here's to go mine shit, you can sell it, and then you get to upgrade your ship or your exosuit, and then you get to another planet. And the wonder, I actually do love discovering these new creatures or sometimes these rare monoliths or stuff like that, but then you quickly realize that's the only thing you're gonna really discover through the rest of the game. There's nothing else.
It's as deep as it goes.
The space combat is very simple. Space stations are all the same. All the little bunkers you see on planets are all the same, and even the planets themselves. After like you found your third barren red planet or weirdly colored planets, and you start seeing the seams, because of course these planets, as pretty as they are, like they're I really do like the colorful, like really
Lush.
alien vibes. Yeah,
Those are
lush,
cool.
weird style. But the thing is, you also realize, yeah, these are not
all of them.
These are not real planets. They all have the same topology, somewhat. They don't like have high mountains or plains or dense forest. It's all kind of
flat rock
distributed. Yeah, it's like rocky plains type of thing. With sometimes dense fauna or dense flora or weird fauna. I just retweeted, like, some of my favorite thing is just to discover the weirdest fucking beast you can ever find.
Oh, the animals, yeah. Some of them are really cool. Yeah. Some of them are like, okay, it's just another squirrel thing with a horn. Like I've seen a lot of those. Yeah. But at the same time, it was like, cool, that dude is like a huge bowling ball as a head or something. Like, is weird. But yeah, those are very rare.
And like you said, I actually had some fun playing it, because I can put myself in the mindset of, okay, I'm just like a space explorer. It's like kind of Euro Truck Simulator, where I'm just on the road. I'm just going from planet to planet until I get to the center of the universe, but at my pace. Yeah. And I can get behind that, but like it gets very, very old very quick.
Yeah, like the mindlessness of it is great in a way that it's like, oh, it's beautiful. It's like a nice setting, and I'm like on my own. But then like when it does try to engage you, where it feels like, yes, this is where it should put its hooks in me and like pull me into this universe, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think is really disappointing.
And
have you guys gotten to the center of the universe?
No. I'm about 4 planets away, or 4 jumps away.
A No Man's Sky stream. This guy, he was streaming for 15 hours straight.
Damn.
Well, he took a 2-hour break, like in between, I think. But I managed to tune in right when he started, like, what was it, like hyperdrive? Yeah, to like the center of the universe.
Oh wow!
And I got to see that. I mean, I'm not sure what to think about it, but
is it the center of the universe, the center of the galaxy?
Well, I think it was the galaxy. It said center of the universe, and he did it.
Well, see,
And
so
then
there's two
it
things
took
you
him to
can
a different
do.
galaxy.
Yeah, see,
Apparently,
so
I don't
there's
know.
two things you can do, which is like when you start off the game, it gives you a choice. Do you want to follow this Atlas calling thing, or do you want to just free kind of do whatever you want? The Atlas thing will take you to its beacon, like it's like the story basically, which is kind of
Mhm.
which I kind of regret doing, which I'll get into that a little bit more later. But there's doing that, and then there's the free roam where you can just try to focus on getting. You can look at the map and try to get to the center of the universe or whatever, the galactic core. Which no, galactic core is the center of the galaxy, right? Or I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I know that there's galactic core that you can start. There's two separate branching paths that you can go on when you start, and I guess either galactic core is the center of the universe, or galactic core takes you closer to finding the center of galaxy, or closer to finding the center of the universe. But either way, I'm going in a complete opposite direction of the galactic core right now. So because I'm trying to chase that Atlas thing, which I'm like about 3 jumps away from reaching my final destination for this thing. But yeah, so that's impressive if he was there in 15 hours or whatever. Because I'm not even at the Atlas thing yet.
But the other thing that kind of bummed me when I was looking through the news for No Man's Sky was also the apparent lack of actual multiplayer.
Yeah, so yeah,
So
this is
there's a controversy going on right now where you know, Sean really like actually said in past interviews, yeah, you can see other players and like it's very rare, but you can meet them. And it turns out while doing the streams, people who were on the same planet could not see each other at all.
yeah. Now this is what do you think he thought like it'll never happen, so I can say what I want, or do you think he really believed that that was a possibility and servers just aren't allowing it, or?
So there's a weird like thing. We don't know if like is the servers fucking up or if it's just like a broken feature. I don't think he lied. Maybe something that like at the time, but it might be something that changed during the development before he released.
Yeah, I'm wondering if those videos or those interviews where he says that if they're before they delayed it. Because if they're before he delayed it, maybe something did change and he wasn't allowed to say, or I mean, I know there was that huge patch that the day one patch basically changed what the game was. Like this whole story thing that I'm telling you about wasn't in there until that patch. Like it wasn't announced until they said, "Oh, by the way, there's this patch that's coming out day one." And it adds 2 arcs, and it adds all this different, generation of, procedure generation on these animals, and more, it's like there was so many notes in that game that it sounded like a different game. Like it didn't even sound like what they were showing at first, and it's just like, why did you do this? And I'm not saying that it's bad. Maybe the story part is good for some people or whatever, but what forced their hand to add all these things? And a lot of people were like, oh, it's Sony. Like, a lot of people were blaming Sony because like they put the money to help them get it where they're at. And in a way, it's like, well, did that ruin what they wanted at first? But I guess we'll never know. Like, unless Sean comes out himself and says, fuck all you guys. This is the game I wanted to make from day one. Too bad.
No, I don't like think that's too bad. But yeah, the thing you said, this doesn't have legs. Like this does not have the Minecraft power of really do what you want. You can't build anything. You can't interact with others. You don't have that absolute freedom. Yeah, you can fly from planet to planet and mine stuff and go to any planet, but when each planet is essentially the same experience every time, you soon realize it's actually a very limited experience.
Yeah, it's disappointing in that way where it's
which is a shame because you can see all the stuff they could actually do with that setting, and I hope they do updates to at least have a
updates would really help.
Single-ish player thing.
I believe they're planning on adding bases, like that's confirmed.
Yeah.
But even that is like, I don't want to stay put. Like that's cool that you add all that. Like I can build like my own little house, or whatever, on a planet I like. But then it's like I don't want to stay put. What I want is more different shit. Like change it up when I go places more. And yeah, there's like okay, there's hazards on different planet where it's like, oh, this is a radioactive planet, this is a heat planet, this is a freezing planet, extreme freezing. You can't, your exosuit is falling fast. You have to stay up with it or upgrade it.
Yeah,
okay,
all that does is influence your meters.
No, but yeah, it's the same thing as a meter dropping down. It doesn't change anything else about your game. It's a meter falling. You have to fix it. That's it. You have or get inside and let it recharge and then leave. Like it's the same thing on each planet, and maybe the guy like shivers instead of like running out of breath or whatever. So it's there's so much potential there, and I wish two things that I wish for this game. That one of them is kind of like seems a little bit stupid, but the first one is that I wish that they would have taken more time, which I know people were like, no, they had to hit a release date and they had already delayed it and there was death threats. So I guess they were afraid for their lives if they took any longer, but still like, I wish they would have taken more time to kind of iron out more things. Obviously, I wish they would have done more testing for the PC port version thing, which is another weird thing because I thought PC was like the main focus. But then it came out, and I guess they only tested it on three. I guess they only tested it on like three different kind of combinations of computers, because it's not working for anyone, or it wasn't working day one for anyone.
Well, they said like on release they got a new QA team, which is bigger than the core development team, so that should tell you enough.
Yeah, but that could be like 11 people, and it'd be more than their development team. So, I mean, that's true, but it's a little bit too late. I would think they should have done that before they released the PC version. But I understand, deadlines and stuff. But then the second thing I would like is for them to honestly shrink the universe. It doesn't need to be as big as it is. 18 quintillion planets is impressive. It's a great number. What's the point of it if no one ever sees it? What's the point of it if why even have that? Just make you should have made a single player game and said, yeah, this is your universe. You get to come back to it and see whatever you want, but it's only, so big, but you can fly around the whole cool. But they promoted it as this like, maybe I never believed it was going to be multiplayer. Like, oh, my friend's flying next to me in a ship. I never believed that. But I also thought that I'd have more impact and my things would get seen, or more interaction would be happening on some capacity other than like I shared this thing to Twitter of a funny name. I named this instead of Uranus, I named it my anus. Like there's not like anything. Yeah, there's nothing good. There's no point in doing that other than like a chuckle for myself. And then why? Like what? I don't know.
Maybe
that was
6 months.
They need to shrink. I think they need to shrink it. They need to bring everybody together and be like, okay, you're a little bit closer now. Even if it's not like super, you don't feel it for a while or whatever. Like eventually the universe will fill up. That's what I think they should do. Because right now, I think everyone just feels abandoned by the fact that they're playing alone. Like, and in every single capacity, they're playing alone. You don't see other people's stuff. You don't.
For something also called No Man's Sky, it's weird that you have this entire universe to explore, but the thing is, everywhere you go, there's already someone, or there's already a ship.
There's already aliens. Yeah, I mean, nothing is really truly undiscovered. Even on planets that you stop by, there's always ships flying overhead on that planet.
This universe is strangely populated everywhere you go.
Yeah, of course, there's no other humans though. So, did you see that someone hacked the files to see what you actually look like? And the little dude looks like that boy, the frog on the bicycle, because he's got his hands out straight. He looks like he's on the bicycle.
He's yellow, right?
Yeah, he's yellow.
Yeah.
It's that boy. Oh shit, what up, Sean Murray? Yeah, but PC port. God, I feel bad for those guys. Swift bought it on PC. I think Walt bought it on PC. Breaks my heart. They I'm gonna get it on PC. It's gonna be infinitely better. I have an FOV slider, and it's like, nope, you can't even run it, or it's like laggy, and that's terrible.
Also, spacesuit controls are apparently terrible. But like you said, it will hold you into September until Final Fantasy 15 comes out. Oh wait
a minute, no. Final Fantasy 15 has been delayed until
2 months.
November 29th, basically December.
Okay.
Yeah, December 1st.
This is okay until someone pointed out, that's the same month as Gravity Rush 2 release.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
So that's getting trampled. If it wasn't already going to be fucking swept under the rug already.
God damn it.
Rest in peace, Cat. You had your chance, but Square Enix decided to fuck you over. I think it's bad news for me specifically because I was gonna kind of like hunker down with Final Fantasy 15 and forget the fact that Japan has Persona 5 right now and I can't because Atlas is whatever. But now I have to wait till November, so I guess I'll be filling my time with something else. I don't know what though, because October is Last Guardian. I guess Gravity Rush 2, but even Gravity Rush 2 doesn't feel like as deep. I mean, I love Gravity Rush, but I can't spend as much time with it as I'm assuming as much time as I would have 15. Definitely not Persona
I'll play
5. So.
Gravity Rush 2 before 15.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know. I just feel like, ugh. So September is now kind of barren. What else do you think guys think about that? Final Fantasy 15 is, God, just let it come out. In a way, it's like, how long have we been waiting? 10 years?
Last time I played it was at Japan Expo in Paris. And yeah, demo was rough.
I believe you said you're happy that it took longer, right? Or it seems like it should.
Yeah, I think for optimization's sake, it should take 2 more months. Maybe 3, maybe 4.
Maybe another year.
Maybe so. Like, it's been, 10 years?
Give me another
since it's
10.
been announced?
Change it to Final
give it another
Fantasy
10.
16 and give me another 10.
No, but I was seeing that coming, that it would be delayed at least a bit.
By the way, the reason that they delayed it, or their official statement, is that if they would have released it, they would have had to release alongside it a huge day one patch, and they didn't want to do that. So, in a way, it's like, I can't be mad at you. That's a good thing. I like that thinking. In another way, it's like, is that really what it is? Like, we'll never know. But if that's the reason, cool. I don't want to have to download a huge, day one patch. I want it to be in the game. I want it to be done, But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What else we got to talk about?
Meanwhile, Overwatch.
Let's transition into the exact opposite of any of those games. Overwatch.
Let's transfer to what we always talk about.
We've all got no energy to talk about Overwatch because we've been playing it so much, and because
I have to talk slowly because it's super late here.
Oh right. It's funny because you later on, like sometimes we record this later in the day, which is like 3 a.m. for you. And you're like, are you able to talk then?
He's yelling at me.
Yeah, you yell at us.
No, I mean, there's actual people in the house now.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, then I guess we'll all whisper to match you. So Overwatch Season 2 came out, and they announced that
You don't have to be silent.
Okay, well, Jeff Kaplan. Jeff Kaplan came out with a video earlier this morning, announcing Season 2 and the changes that are coming. What's the main thing that's changing? Let me see if I can remember without pulling up the actual.
I can remember.
All right, well, tell what's changing in Season 2.
So number 1 is changing the skill rating from 1 to 100 to 1 to 5,000.
Well, yeah, is that a good thing?
We'll talk about that because it's. I'm not sure what to think about it yet. The second thing is instead of having those skill ratings, like the numbers represent your actual skill, you're going to be put in one of 7 leagues or one of 7 groups. Like he said, it went from bronze, silver, gold, master, grandmaster, whatever, and you're placed in one of those 7 groups after your placement matches, but you can't fall off once you get to a certain group. Meaning, like, if I get to gold, I can't get a ranking that's in silver, and I won't be able to lose my gold status even if I have a ranking of a silver.
Oh, so it kind of works like how it works now, where it's like it takes your highest, whatever you were the highest, and that's what you get for the season.
But no one else sees your highest except you. So now you're gonna have like that status, that gold status, like throughout your season, because you can play better. You're a better player. You can always get it back. So I think it was meant to like reinforce that you're actually a good player, but like that number shouldn't be representative of your actual skill, like at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think he mentioned something about competitive points, that they're gonna multiply the number of points you have at the end of the season, like. Not when this season ends, but like when the new one begins, the ones you have left over from season 1 by 10. So let's say I have 100
sweet
competitive points. No, but here's the thing: the items that you have to buy, their cost is going to increase by 10.
Oh fuck!
Sure
why even do it? Why even do it?
I don't think there's. But then he said the amount of points you earn in matches might go up.
Oh,
and also it's also gonna. There's also going to be a change in like how you earn points. Because you know how some matches have sudden death, right?
Yeah.
So they're getting rid of that completely.
Thank God.
They hate the coin flip, and I hate it too.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
Sometimes in some maps, people have the advantage when they're attacking, and
course.
some people have the advantage when they're defending. Most notably in maps like Hanamura or Temple of Anubis, those choke points
you never want to attack on Anubis.
Yeah, you never want to fucking attack on
Anubis.
Those choke points will kill you.
Yeah.
You have a high chance of losing there unless you have a really coordinated plan to get
Yeah.
through. But basically, they're getting rid of the coin flip, and I think he said they're introducing the concept of ties. That way, no, some people might not feel satisfied with the tie, but the thing is, it's way better than having a coin flip and you getting like the bad end of a deal. Like
Yeah, because
knowing
it's
that
like
you have to
that
attack
wasn't
on
that had
Hanamura.
nothing to do with skill.
But
That was all just luck. That's
yeah,
what sucks. Yeah.
but with ties, then he said when you get a tie, everyone's gonna receive like a little bit of something. I think that's what he said.
Mm.
I'm not sure if that means like everyone gets like a smaller number of competitive points or like a smaller boost to their skill rating.
But you get something.
Yeah, you might get something
Yeah.
out of that. And I think there's a couple more things. I know there's balance things coming up. Balances for Zenyatta, Mei, Junkrat's getting something fixed, and Mercy. But I'm not sure what those are exactly yet. And I think that's it for the video that he posted this morning.
So what you said about ties, something that I read was that ties are going to be a lot more rare because in order for a tie to happen, in order for a tie to happen, apparently, like you either have to, nobody has to push at all.
No, here's the thing, because the thing in maps, like he said hybrid maps, and these are maps like King's Row where you have to cap the point and then push the payload.
Yeah.
So the thing is, they're introducing the time bank system, kind of like in capture points or like Temple of Anubis or Hanamura. If you cap earlier than the time you get, like you get like 7 minutes to cap both points or something.
Yeah.
If you finish early, that time's added to your bank. And they're doing the same thing with these assault hybrid maps, so it's more rare unless both of you are capping at the exact same time, or like either of you cap the first point, you're not going to get a tie. And I think that's the point.
That's so not going to happen. Well, I guess it will happen. There's so many people playing, but wow. These buffs though, and these nerfs, I'm excited to see what happens. I hope Junkrat gets a buff because I play him a lot.
The thing with Junkrat though, like his fix I mentioned was like his trap. The Genjis were able to like dash past the trap.
Oh right,
and not get caught. And
they changed that.
Like, yeah, I mean the thing with Genji though, I mean a lot of people would say that he's a very broken character, and I don't think he's a broken character necessarily. It's just that there's no one right now in the meta that's like that can counter him.
Yeah.
Like you could say, oh, someone switched to Winston, but Winston's such an easy target to kill. Like even non-tanks can like take care of him easily.
Yeah.
And like Mei's another good choice, but the thing is, like, no one's choosing Mei right now. Like she's really good at stalling, but she's not like an actual,
she's not powerful enough
counter.
to pick someone.
Yeah, so I think that's why they're buffing Mei, so to make her like more.
I kind of want Winston to get a buff. Like I kind of want
him.
I want his shield to last longer or be stronger, like be more durable.
Yeah, I want his shield to be stronger. He's definitely like a good.
It thing goes way too soon. One, it has a timer on its own, so if it's not taking any damage, it'll go away. I think that should be gone. If it's not taking damage, the shield should be able to last. Just stay there. It's fine if it doesn't take much damage to kill it, but the fact that you can drop it and then you have to wait for the cooldown, plus it's disappearing if it's not getting hit, like that's crap. Two, I think like I think he should be more powerful, like just a little bit. I don't know. I like his mobility, like he's able to jump like crazy far and stuff like that. That's cool, but yeah, because I love picking him. He's a fun character to play. But yeah, I always feel like I'm the weakest tank. Like I feel as Winston is even weaker than D.Va now because D.Va is actually like legitimately good now. So I feel like Winston needs some more attention. But I don't know. That's exciting. When does season 2 start?
I don't think they have. They said sometime in September.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need. I think I'm at. And that's another thing. Jeff Kaplan in the video, he said, basically, if you're level 60, you're an amazing Overwatch player. And I was like, I'm at 58. You fuck. I'm so close.
I'm at 62. I think.
I hate
he said you're in the top 6%.
Yeah, like the top 6%. And I was like, God damn it, I'm so close. Ugh. Then when I get one loss and I'll drop to 56. I'm like, no.
I'm still 50.
Not an amazing Overwatch player. Get good.
I
got lucky in my placement matches, though, I think, because I only lost one of them. And I was like, this shouldn't have happened. Like, there's no way this should have happened. You lose a lot more than that. I just got lucky, I guess. But, yeah, so, cool. I'll never unlock a gold skin, I guess. I'm excited to see what other new skins come out. I want some.
Also, the
cool
Last
ones.
Bastion announcement.
Oh yeah, the trailer's coming
the
up
new
at
short
Gamescom,
that's
right?
gonna come out. It's gonna
Hoot, you
play
gonna
at
see that?
Gamescom, I think.
Are you ready to see that, Hoot?
I'll try.
Oh man, I hope you get some cool swag from Blizzard.
I'm gonna steal all the shirts.
I feel like it's gonna be a sad short because Bastion's story is supposedly kind of sad. He's like the last of his
There's
kind,
some
right?
lore. There's some lore
Yeah.
behind Bastion.
Honestly, I thought they were mocking me by calling it the last Bastion.
And it's not ever gonna come out.
So, like,
We're delaying it till next Gamescom.
Like, apparently Bastion, he wants to be a peaceful robot, but he can't fight his core programming, which is like being this death machine.
Yeah. God, that's yeah. Oh, what a struggle. I hope there's some new. I hope that's some deep writing, Blizzard. Good job. Kudos,
He's still
kudos
gonna
to
get
you.
play of
Clap.
the game at the end.
I hope there's some good. There's I don't know if you guys have been following this, but there's this huge like secret thing going on with Sombra within all these videos and stuff. Apparently,
yeah,
people are putting
I've been
together all
watching.
this code. People found like a whole chain of text in one of Tracer's like streaks, like in one of the videos, and they deciphered it, and it basically says something in Spanish that's like, "Oh, you want to play a game?" or something like that. It's like Sombra communicating with us. Apparently, there's like the skull hidden in there, like in text, like a text skull. So they're not sure exactly what it is, but I think a lot of people are waiting to see like, okay, there's gonna be something. There's something in this that is Blizzard trying to be like Sombra communicating to us, because every single thing that's been shown so far, what do they call it? Is it like not AR? Is it AR? No, it's not AR. That's
ARG.
augmented. Yeah, okay. It's like like a game, but it's like you got to pick it all apart. Anyway, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty impressive that these people are able internet detectives are actually able to figure all this shit out together. But I'm just kind of like, I'm not smart enough to know that, so I wanted to come out so you guys can figure it out and tell me so I can be excited, because I don't even want to mess with it. But yeah, Sombra, I think she's gonna be like a hacker kind of girl or something, because she's doing all this stuff with computers and like. It's kind of like anonymous, like you want to play a game, like like that kind of. I feel like that's going to be her character, and then there's like these leaks that she's going to be able to be like, what is it, like invisible? So maybe she has like technology, or what is it, like cloaked? So maybe she has like some kind of technology thing on her side. Like I think that's what it is.
I've read the hints. There's a couple of voice lines that were patched in the PTR, I think, and a lot of them they're really neutral voice lines. They're not saying "Oh, Sombra's here" or whatever. They're saying like an enemy's been detected, sort of like in TF2 when like an enemy sees a spy.
A spy, yeah.
Yeah, so like when an enemy sees a spy in TF2, they say, "Oh, it's a spy" or something like that. But no, in Overwatch, we have all these character lines saying, "Oh, an enemy has been detected," like really neutral. And what they're getting from that is like not only is Sombra able to like make herself invisible, she might be able to make her teammates invisible. And that's just one theory. And there's another theory going around that like she's actually the little girl from the
from
Soldier 76 video. Yeah, and because like apparently there's like a time skip or something. I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's people saying that was like so many years, it's like maybe 16 years or something before the current Overwatch game, so maybe like the short was there or whatever, so maybe she's grown up, or maybe there's another theory that's like you never see her mom, and there's a shot in the window, like a reflection, I don't know if you guys saw it, but there's nobody there, but she's looking out the window talking about her daughter, so it's like maybe that's her, like maybe she has like a problem where she's invisible all the time, or something, like like, that'd be crazy, but God, I don't know. What a lazy design that would be, though. It's like, oh, her design is nothing, you're just there on the map. Like,
you can get all her skins.
Think about all the porn. I don't know.
There's actually a character like that in My Hero Academia, which is like a manga anime.
Oh yeah. I watched a little bit of that.
Yeah, it's about these kids that like go to superhero school basically, and there's like a character, like it's a girl, but like she's just invisible. So there's this floating like girl uniform. Like in the middle of like the comic, and I'm like, wait, what's this? Did someone forget to draw this? And no, it's like an actual person whose power is invisibility. But and then there's I think one scene where like there's a girl's locker room, and like you could see like a bunch of clothes on the floor, but like her clothes are still on, and like and it shows her, and it shows like a really, I think I might have seen something else, but it's like her taking her clothes off, and it's just nothing taking their clothes off. It's just like clothes folding themselves and whatnot.
This is absolutely my fetish.
This is my fetish.
So that'd be interesting. Thanks for joining us on AnimeCast, guys. Next week we're gonna have a K-On! watch party. I watched a little bit of that. That's interesting. I really hope that she is as much as it's cool, this whole like they need a spy kind of person. I kind of am afraid of all the people that are like, okay, since Ana came out, I see nothing but Anas in every single match, and it's kind of like, stop picking Ana. Like, she's great, that's cool, but like we need a legit healer right now, or like like I kind of am starting to feel that already. So I'm kind of hoping I don't have that kind of feeling for
I felt kind of similarly to Anna's sleep dart. Because I was thinking I was going to be put to sleep like every couple minutes, and I think that's not the case. I mean, once the character comes out and you kind of get the feel for them, it kind of like, if Blizzard knows how to do it, I don't think. I think they focus a lot on feedback from the players, and if
they're not just going to let
right,
it sit.
They're going to fix it,
Yeah, they're not going to let it sit
like
broken.
Bastion. They took away his shield from beta. They're gonna work on
Thank
things,
God.
right?
Yeah, I mean, they keep promising it. I think they'd be stupid not to. That Overwatch is something opposite of No Man's Sky, can go on for forever. Like if they just keep updating it and stick with it. And I don't think they're stupid. I mean, it's Blizzard. I trust them, but I trust them to stay focused on the game. I don't know about other things they've done in the past, but whatever. We'll see how that goes. Hoot will probably find out more about that firsthand at Gamescom.
You guys probably found out after me.
Yeah, which we'll talk about next week. Follow his
me,
Twitter.
Sorry.
Follow Hoot on Twitter, and he'll be tweeting live updates.
I'm eating German food.
Oh my God, I can't find the convention center. Please help me. I'm lost. I'm stuck in Germany.
Too many people want to go back home.
Oh, all right. Do we have any more news?
Nope.
No.
Nothing else? We're done. All right, let's take a break, and we're going to come back with the compendium and our email section, which is just one question this week. And we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Comfycast. I've said it before. Whatever. We're back. We're gonna do the compendium. Wait, we're gonna go to our next segment called the compendium. All right. Varia has our question as always. Lay it on us.
Okay, guys. So think of one game that you really like, or actually, wait. Let me start that over.
Go ahead.
What game do you think needs a sequel?
Silent Hill.
Whoa, one at a time, please.
Yeah. What game needs a sequel? Hoot?
Silent Hill.
A good sequel. So what you're saying is you want them to retcon everything else that's happened and make another Silent Hill.
I want them to finish PT or like the Silent Hills. But that's never going to happen.
You're reaching. Is that it? Is that the only game you can think of needs a sequel? Desperately needs a sequel? Mm-hmm. Desperately needs it. Like, oh, you need this to fix it, or you need this to scratch the itch, or you need it just because you want it. Is that it?
I'm usually not too much for sequels, but yeah, Silent Hill, like a good sequel, but I know that's never going to happen because the team of people is not there anymore.
Right.
The other one I would say is I would like a sequel to the Alice game.
Oh, Madness Returns. Yeah,
so you like McGee and all them.
You'd like a third game.
Yeah,
gotcha. You want to go next, Varia? You want me to say mine?
Well, mine's pretty obvious. I want a good Metroid game that's not Federation Force.
Right.
No one can really believe how salty I am when they announced that.
Oh yeah, I remember that stream.
I want a good new Metroid game. I don't care if it's 3D. I don't care if it's 2D. I just want a really good Metroid game.
That's a good one. Nintendo,
Metroid
please.
Too.
I know that Reggie listens to this podcast. I've said it before, so I'm going to say, Reggie, if you're listening, please, for the love of God, fix Nintendo. I don't know. What are y'all doing? We didn't even talk about NX this week, which is good. You know what? We've talked about it too much. Let's wait for the damn thing to come out. Okay.
New news.
Yeah, I guess not. There's some stuff about the controller, more patents that got filed. But anyways, I would want a sequel to Mighty Number 9. No, I don't. God, no. I would want a sequel to a little game called Guitar Man, which there was a game. Huh?
Oh, go on.
Did you say who? I will ban you from this team speak. No, Guitar Man was a music game, which was just it was on PS3 and then it came to Vita. No, was it Vita or PSP? PSP, right?
I think PSP.
There's no way to play it on Vita. I tried. That's right. Okay. Yeah, it was a little game that was on PS3, and it was. I loved the gameplay, the way it made you. It was real simple. You just followed the track as it was coming in, and you pressed the buttons. It was like a music game. Like kind of like one of those dancing kind of games. But it was so weird, and I legitimately loved the songs that you played. Like so much so that I like learned some on guitar. I remember I was like in high school and I was like, I love this game. The story was real quirky and it was like a coming of age tale for that one U1. His name was U1 and his dog, and it was just a real quirky game. It kind of reminded me of like Katamari, Japanese weirdness. But yeah, I really wanted them to kind of like, I think it's Koei Tecmo. I want them to do something, a second game, but it never happened, and that'd be cool. Other than that, as far as games that I think need a sequel, well, I guess it doesn't need one. I don't know. I guess I'll just stick with that. Guitar Man. Because I can't think of a sequel. Like when I think sequel, I think of one standalone game and a game that never came after it was something that I personally wanted or was looking forward to. I was like, oh, they just stopped. Okay, well that sucks. But I guess that's it. So that's our compendium.
Okay, goodbye.
Yeah, I'll see you later. No, there's one last thing we want to do, which is our emails. God. Anyone listening to this, please keep sending emails. We are getting so lucky that we have one to go a week. I'd like to have like 3 so that way we can kind of save up. So if anyone out there listening, send emails to comfycast@gmail.com. Again, we'll keep you anonymous unless you say you can use my name. We'll shout out your Twitter. I don't care. To all the 3 people that listen to this, please send. Please send us emails, or you can tweet at us, Comfycast @Comfycast on Twitter. Anyways, okay. Oh, let me pull up the email. Oh, it's falling apart. Oh no. Okay. All right. You guys want to come up with a name for this person?
Amanda.
Amanda Hoot.
Yeah, I'm good with Amanda.
No last name.
Amanda.
Amanda. This is from Amanda. Hello, Comfycast crew. So 2 N's and since already a typo. So since you are a podcast focused on video game music, I'm wondering. 2 typos. What? I'm wondering what you are. God,
fucking throwing Amanda under the
bus. I'm sorry, Amanda, but you fucked up hard. Don't you have? Okay. So since you are a podcast focused on video game music, I'm wondering what are you all's fave game OST/soundtracks, or maybe what's your favorite video game song? Cheers. Ooh, cheers. Not American.
That means they're from yeah.
Oh, is this Hoot? No, Amanda, hit up Hoot. No, okay, so yeah, since you're a podcast, well, we're not a podcast focused on video game music, but we all met through video game music. We have our dub track room, which is how we met, which is a place we all gather and play comfy video game music together, share our favorite tracks, and just kind of talk to each other in the chat. There's a bunch of people there, like-minded people like us. So if you're listening, go by. Just go to dubtrack.fm, comfy video games, search for that, you'll find us. Yeah, so what's your favorite what is your favorite OST/soundtracks, or maybe what's your favorite video game song?
Jeez, that's hard actually.
Yeah, oh god, there's a million. I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I kind of just said about Guitar Man, which was like, it's probably not my favorite. Well, God, it's probably not my favorite soundtrack because there are some songs on there that are hit or miss, but they were fun to play, but I don't go back and listen to them. But the Legendary theme is like, in that song, the acoustic version especially, I get so much nostalgia for it. Like, I was just in high school, I would listen to it all the time, and it's such a good song too. Like, and it comes, there's an acoustic version which you play before the end of the game, or towards the end of the game. Then towards the end of the game, you play like the actual version and like this battle or whatever. And when you realize they're the same thing, or like you played this before, being a kid or younger and playing it, and like, that's the same melody from the acoustic version you played earlier to the girl, and now you're here fighting her, and it's like, oh my god, like that was really cool. So that's probably, if not my favorite, one of my favorite comfy video game songs. OST again, Nier. God, Nier, the album is amazing. The Song of the Ancients, is it Devola? I think it's the acoustic one that she does. That's another one of my favorite songs.
Oh, the one at the bar or whatever?
Oh, there's the one at the bar that they
In?
both do, but
Oh.
there's the one that she sings in the beginning of the fountain. That I love that song.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. And then Persona music. I'll say Persona 3, Persona 4 soundtracks have just changed my life. I love them. So those would be my okay. Those are my answers. Favorite OST soundtracks? Yeah, those. And then favorite song. Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
All right, Varia.
I think my favorite soundtrack is the Muramasa the Demon Blade soundtrack. But the thing is, they came out with an arrange of the music, an arrange album, and the tracks on there. Oh my god, they're amazing! It's like my favorite thing to listen to, like when I'm not like. It's like actual music I listen to like on my way to class or something like that. You know, there's music I listen to like that exclusively in the dub track room. You know, just video game music. I don't have video game music on my phone or on like, you know, I listen to like bands and stuff when I'm listening on my computer working and stuff. But that's like the one album I would carry to my grave. It's a really great album. I know I might be exaggerating. It's just like.
No, it's
the
fine.
way they arranged it, it's really nice. It really complements the game. It's one of my favorite games, actually. One of my top 10 favorite games.
And that's the whole OST you like? The whole soundtrack?
Actually, there's one. I think it's called Seasonal Beauties. It starts with I'm a big fan of like Spanish guitar. Oh, yeah. And it has like this really nice bit of Spanish guitar in it, and I just absolutely love that song.
So that your favorite OST is, or you'd say that's one of your top favorite, and your favorite video game song would be that one from that soundtrack?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, Mr. Hoot, you're up next. Favorite OST, favorite song?
Really hard because it's hard to put like one OST on top. I'll go rather with the one I listened recently, especially the composer we listened to recently, who composed for 2 games. Well, more than 2 games, but 2 games I played. Austin Wintory, who composed for Journey and recently Abzu.
Abzu, yeah.
And I really recommend, like, Journey's soundtrack is freaking fantastic. And I really recommend listening to Abzu if you're looking for some. Actually, I'm going to put that in my playlist for the dub track because it's incredibly comfy.
Chill music?
Yeah.
Chill music to swim to by Michael Phelps.
Pretty much.
You just listen to Abzu the whole time he was racing.
It's really hard to answer that question, but I would go with Journey and Abzu soundtrack as being up there as one of my favorite soundtracks.
And video game song? What's your favorite?
Probably the intro to Shadow of the Colossus.
Ooh, what is that called? You know what? I will always remember the name of the song from Shadow of the Colossus that I love, which is Swift Horse. I don't think that's the intro, but God, that song it gets you so fucking hyped. Like, I want that to be played at my funeral. Just like burn me and play Swift Horse. What a beautiful song that is. What is the song? Do you know what it's called? The intro song? I feel like I know. Is it like the like it has that little
yeah
because
the sitar kind of stuff.
Oh man, I wonder what it's called. I can't remember. It's Reborn or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's a great song too. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of the email portion. I wish I had another to read. So please send them, like I said, comfycast@gmail.com. Follow us at Comfycast on Twitter. Come visit us in the dub track room or just leave comments. Oh, one thing I was going to say. Anyone listening to this, if you're listening on Spreaker, or if you're listening on iTunes as well, I don't even know anyone that uses iTunes, but we're on iTunes, so I'm assuming the show is getting uploaded there. I should probably check. Subscribe to us. That helps out on either Spreaker or on iTunes. But Spreaker is the one I see. We have 1 follower, which is my alt account. Which is so. If y'all could make little Spreaker accounts real quick and just follow us, that would push us to like a top of. We'd be on like when you search video games, we're kind of towards the bottom on Spreaker. So we'd come up more if we had more followers. So that'd be nice if you guys could do that for us. Thank you. I guess that's it. That's all we have to say this week. We'll come back next week. Hoot, are you even going to be here to record next week?
I'll be here on Monday.
Yeah.
I'll be coming back.
Monday. we'll be back next week with Gamescom news and hopefully more announcements and shit. So, yeah. All right. Everybody stay comfy, guys. Say bye.
Did you say shit?
Did I? We'll be back with more news and shit. Yeah, that works.
Well, stay comfy.
Stay comfy. Are you? No? Okay.
Oh yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.